Day drinking on a Wednesday? Come on, just see what I mean. Welcome to Sweet Home Chicagoland. This is the channel where we feature all things Chicago suburbs and how to buy and sell real estate right here in the Chicago area. My name's Chris Grano, and today we're at Go Brewing in Naperville to find out why this non-alcoholic brewery is throwing the best party in town. All right, we're day drinking with Joe at Go Brewing. Joe, thanks for having us.
Chris, how you doing, man?
Good. So I've been dying to try a lot of these. I've had some already, but I think we got to show the people like what the variety you guys offer here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to do that. At Go Brewing, we have 8 to 10 non-alcohol beers on draft at all times, and then we have a few low-alcohol beers as well. In addition to that, we have guest beers from our neighbors, Two Fools, Solomon, Moon Whistle, and kombucha always, and iced coffee, and regular coffee. Pretty much anything you'd want to drink, we have it.
So basically, if you're coming from, hey, I normally drink regular beer, or maybe I'm just looking to change it up a little bit, or maybe I can't drink anymore, there's a variety for pretty much all tastes, right?
Yeah, and that's really the goal here, is to be very, very inclusive. What we found is people that are used to drinking just really hard stuff, and it's their first entry into trying something at maybe starting with low alcohol is good, and we're constantly making each batch better than the one previous, so we're excited to dive in.
All right, so what should we start with?
Well, let's start with our most popular beer. So this is the Sunshine State.
Okay.
This beer is about 100 calories. It is a hazy IPA base with a mango and peach puree. No added sugar, a little bit of lactose in here, but otherwise it's 100% clean, natural ingredients.
Awesome. I love it. All right, let's try it.
Yeah, cheers.
So full disclosure, I ordered some of this the other day, and took my first sip, and I mean, it's ridiculous. I could definitely see sitting by a pool. It is like summer beer all day, it tastes like to me.
What's also surprising about this one, Chris, is some people that don't like hops, so they'll dismiss hazies, or they'll dismiss what they perceive hoppy beers to be. 10 out of 10 times that someone says I don't like hoppy beer, and I give them this to try, they go back toward it.
Yeah.
Because it's not what you think.
I love it. All right, let's move on.
Okay. Next up, we are going to go to the Burn It Down IPA. So this is one of our staples. And by the way, you could find this in Binny's, a lot of local bottle shops, our Sunshine State as well. So we're carried in about 50 places locally.
Awesome.
And at restaurants like Hugo's Frog Bar, the Empire Group, a bunch of good places. And they're selling out of these two beers. So this is going to be more of a West Coast style IPA. You're not going to get the haze. This is vegan, no added sugar, nothing like that. It's like 4 simple ingredients. You'll immediately taste just a ton of hops and a ton of flavor. So this is one, if you don't like hoppy beer, this may not be for you. If you like hoppy beer, I think you're gonna love it.
What's Burn It Down mean?
So each one of these beers is inspired by someone. So there's a story. You could scan the QR code on the beer here, and you could read about what inspired this beer. So this one is actually a friend of mine who was suffering from depression at a young age. He ended up on a reality TV show. He's a hairstylist, just an all-around great guy. But as he was getting older, depression came back to him, and he was really soul-searching for what was important in his life. And one day he's just like, you know what? Everything I have now isn't giving me the energy that I want. I'm just gonna burn it all down and start over. So closed his business, talked to his wife. He said, I want to focus on me for a while. I want to focus on getting healthy. Lost about 100 pounds, became an Ironman athlete.
Wow.
Is a speaker now. He gets hired by Vidal Sassoon and some of the top hairstylists in the world to speak and be a motivation force for that group. It's an incredible story. He's an incredible person. Again, kind of each one of our beers that have names. So Suspended in a Sunbeam, the Sunshine State, the Stout, like all of those have stories.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is, it's hoppy, but it's not bitter. I mean, but it just gives you enough, a little bit of complexity, a little bite, which helps it taste like the real thing too.
Yeah, you'll taste some citrus notes in there, even though there is none. And it's amazing what you can do with just grains and how you could formulate tastes without adding things to it. And that's really the magic of beer making, is like you get all these amazing flavors just by the grain builds.
Love it. All right, on to the next one.
All right, gonna go with our Street Cred Stout here. So this was our first stout in our series, and you'll immediately taste notes of espresso, cocoa. It'll have a smooth flavor.
It smells like chocolate.
But you know, the funny thing is, people ask us all the time, is there caffeine in it? And there isn't. Again, it's what you can do with the grains to make it taste like coffee, espresso, to give it that smooth flavor, to give it that chocolate taste.
It's good. See, I don't know. That's probably the first NA stout I've had that tastes like a stout. This, to me, has the body, has, like you said, like the chocolate notes. It's all there.
And it's kind of funny with this one too. The first taste that I get isn't super strong, but then in the back of it, like you really start to taste all those notes. And then your second taste of it, it's so much different than the first. So there's a lot of like character to these beers as well.
Right on. All right.
Okay.
What's up next?
So this is our prop. It's one of our staple beers. Fairly low in calories. There's about 72 in calories in this guy. This is going to be the basis of the Sunshine State and what will be many other beers. It's a little bit different than the Burn It Down. It is a little smoother. You'll get some creamy tastes and a little more fruit forward as well.
All right, let's try it. Man, I can't tip my hand at which one's my favorite just yet, but it's in the runnings for sure. Full disclosure, I've had many of those so far. And I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's got the citrus, but it's not quite as citrus as the mango. What gives it that creamy feel?
It's really just the grains in it.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of lactose in our hazies. Okay. Of all our beers, there's lactose in 2 of them, which does give it a little bit of that creaminess, a little bit of that body.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's really the grains that do it.
So we were talking off air about your artwork on your cans. So like, it's just amazing.
Thank you.
So who designs those for you guys?
So initially, we went through a branding exercise with a company called Seed House. So we worked with them, and we went through a very long process. And what we really liked about this is it's a really good template and a foundation to build from. And we wanted to have a digital print, but a hand-drawn illustration. So since we created our base beers, we're doing these in-house now. But I have to give them a lot of credit because we wanted to stand out, but we wanted to be classy. Yeah. And then, as I was telling you, is our cans, like this one here, they come to us just like this. They're digitally printed on an inkjet printer. It's pretty amazing technology.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it might be up there. I'm gonna have to think about it. We got 2 more to taste, or 1 more to taste. 2 more?
Actually, I'll let you have that black and tan, which we'll get to in a minute here.
All right.
So this is our porter, and this isn't even available yet at the time that we're recording this technically, so it's a little warm, but you know, it's a porter, so it's better than a hazy or a light beer that's warm. And just like in Ireland, you're supposed to drink it when it is a little bit more of a room temperature.
I was gonna ask you about that actually, because I've heard that different beers should be maybe served at different temperatures.
So this is going to be as close to a Guinness, and this was very intentional. I know we'll get into it in a second here, but this is going to be the base of our black and tan. I should say the top of the black and tan. It's a very low gravity beer, which means it doesn't have a lot of calories at all. I think there's like 50 calories in here.
Oh my gosh.
But it's 0.26% alcohol.
Okay.
So to put that in perspective, a pretzel bun typically has more alcohol than a beer like this.
Wow.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
So I've seen you have good online, like good interactions with places here in Naperville and with other NA breweries across the country. What's your favorite non-Go Brewing NA beer?
Man, I don't drink as much as I used to, but I would say the 2 that I like are the ones that are right here, and that is Hidden Hand, which is Solemn Oath's sister brand, and Noon Whistle. And both those beers are just super good. I'm still naturally a hazy guy. I'm drawn to those beers. I just love the flavor of them. Although I'll go to those like if I'm gonna have a beer.
Okay, right. All right, so this is a big debut right here. This is the Black and Tan from Go Brewing. And I think you said this is probably the first non-alcoholic Black and Tan.
Let me say for the record, I haven't done a ton of research on this. However, I will say, what makes me say that is two things. One of which is, I'll ask you this question. Have you ever had NA beer on draft? Okay, so 99% of people have it in the United States, okay? Because it doesn't exist really. And when you take 2 NA beers and pour them on draft, the probability of this existing before today is very, very low. I'm gonna loosely state that this is the first time ever in the history of the United States that a brewery is pouring an NA Black and Tan.
Okay.
And until someone proves me wrong, I'm gonna stick with that statement.
I'll buy it. Fact checkers, get out there. But so this is gonna be coming up available pretty soon, right?
This will be available in a kit, which I'm gonna show you right now, and in our tap room. So what's cool about this is the base of this is our Irish Red Ale. You can easily tell that because the icon in here is the base.
Nice.
With this can. And then we have a porter on top, which we had already tried. And the low gravity of the porter allows it to float on top. So if you notice what a Black and Tan is, it's 2 beers in one. And you can see the separation, how it kind of just fades in really nicely. So this is something we're doing for St. Patty's Day. It's around the corner. We're gonna be pouring these at the Naperville St. Patty's Day Fest next week.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. And it takes a while to make, so we're probably not gonna be pouring 1,000 of them, but we'll definitely be pouring as many as we can. We'll have other beers there as well. But the cool thing is, because again, we can sell online, if you buy a 6-pack, you're gonna be able to buy it in a kit. So you're gonna get 3 of each. So essentially you can make 6 Black and Tans.
Yeah, this is good, man. And then look at that, it holds the color all the way through.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, the trick is you have to use a spoon and almost like bend the spoon so it's like a reverse ladle.
Okay.
And you pour the Irish Red in first, and then you're gonna pour this in slowly second, right on top of that spoon. And if you buy the kit, we're gonna give you a little instruction card on how to make it yourself.
That's awesome. Well, hey guys, if you didn't see the episode of Naperville Real Talk that Joe and I shot together, we had a great conversation. But if you don't have time to watch that whole thing, I mean, the reality is it's all about the beer, and the beer here is good. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, having a beer from Go Brewing is like a roundhouse kick to the face by Chuck Norris. It'll surprise you, but at the same time, you're gonna be thankful you had it. Hey, thanks to Joe for having us out here at the brewery today. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can watch more videos just like this one. I'll see you around.